Well, today we're going to be looking at quite a rare old figure, and this is the Enemy Visitor action figure from the television series V. This is from 1984 and is based off the original mini-series. They did a 2-part mini-series, then a 3-part second series, and then I think about an 18 or 20-part television show. And it was the law of diminishing returns. It gradually got worse and worse. The first mini-series is just still groundbreakingly brilliant. So have a look at the box. So you get some nice shots from the mini-series, and this figure's the face on it is obviously based on the sort of the generic visitor that appeared in the posters on the show. And he comes with various action features. So unmask the visitor. So he comes with a flexible mask, and underneath he's got his lizard face, tiny little pinhead lizard face. There's a graphic art of the visitor that Mike Donovan, the hero of the show, ripped off in the first episode, or possibly beginning of the second episode. It was groundbreaking at the time. And let's have a look. So V, Enemy Visitor. Unmasked visitor reveal his lizard face, extendable tongue, fully posable, laser weapon in inverted commas, and sunglasses included. Let's have a look at the back. And then we've got a prototype of the figure. You can tell this because the gun is really unusual. Certainly not like the one you get with it. And then again, it just shows you how you can unmask. The human mask is worn whenever you want to disguise the visitor's true identity. To remove the mask, grasp one corner between your thumb and forefinger and gently pull off. So basically telling you how to use the opposable grip that we've had for millions of years. Well, hundreds of thousands of years. To make the visitor's tongue move in and out, push the hidden button on his back. It also includes laser weapon, again in inverted commas, and sunglasses. 3 proofs of purchase. And this was made by the company LJN. They were a bit budgety. They used to make the bizarre figures of like Michael Jackson and Elvis and things like that, and you'll recognise, if you've ever seen those figures, you'll recognise this uses the same body, which we'll have a look at. Okay, let's get this out of the box. Okay, so here's the figure. He's quite a lightweight figure. He's not got much in the way of articulation, but the paint app is really nice. And he comes with this hidden feature, so you get a button on the back, and that makes his tongue go in and out. Bizarre feature, I bet that's what all kids want to do. The uniform is really nice. So he's got a padded top on, he's got the visitor symbol. Nice belt, again with visitor symbol. He's in red jumpsuit, moulded on boots, which at least means they're to scale. And then they're just moulded as part of his legs, much like the Mego Space 1999. Back of the figure. So it's all held together with Velcro. Right, take your uniform off just to show you. Then you get the laser pistol. As you can see, if we compare that to the one that's on the packet, so you imagine there's the prototype, which doesn't look anything like the one from the show. The one you get with it is a dead-on rendition of it. Such a nice pistol. I'm glad they went to the effort to do this rather than that. That looks like one of the Star Wars figures. Then you get a rubbery mask, nice soft rubber, and a pair of sunglasses. Sunglasses have a big hook that go around the back of the head because otherwise they couldn't get them to stay on, which you can just pull off the top carefully. And there he is. So we'll pop that on in a second. Sunglasses are quite nice, quite brittle, quite fragile. Come on, you're gonna focus. There we go. But again, nice. They were darker in the show, they were black. I don't know why they haven't moulded that in black. We get no sort of holster for the guy. Let's put his his face on and see what he looks like. Okay, so the face goes on quite nicely. Trapped his shirt collar there. Let's just pull it up. And what's good is there's a hole where the mouth is, so you can still stick his tongue out. Really good. Let's pop his glasses on. So there we go, he looks really good with his glasses on. And he grips his weapon nicely. He's one of the few figures that's actually left-handed, which is unusual, but quite clever. Probably because, I presume, I don't know whether this was done first for Elvis or Michael Jackson, probably Elvis. Perhaps it was the microphone hold in hand, which is why he's in a strange pose. So he can move his arms. There's no articulation in the arms, they're just solid. He's got hip joints, just cut joints, and then cut joints on his knees. Okay, let's get him out of his uniform and have a look. Okay, so you can see that the uniform is actually really well made, surprisingly well made. And it is actually a full jumpsuit underneath it with the tabard sewn onto it, as they did in the TV show. It's not quite screen accurate, but it's pretty darn near. Nice uniform. Naked Vista, not so great. You'd thought they'd have moulded him in green or something, but then, like I say, these are just standard bodies. So you see he's got shoulder swivel joints, that's it. His hands are quite soft, so he can grip things. Shoulder swivel joint, he's got a waist cut joint, leg cut joints. I think it's just, like I say, just a standard LJN body. 1984 Warner Brothers, so they must have marked up for this V figure. Just cut knee joints, and then the boots moulded on. Really nice, the boots, riding boots. Nothing on the bottom. They're not the world's greatest articulated figure, but it does mean that if you do see these, they're generally in good condition because they haven't been played with much. The sort of thing you can pick up easier, probably mint in box or in a box, because the boxes, all the ones I've seen, are quite scuffed. You can see things like the paint just scuffs off them. You don't see them, you rarely see them loose. They're not, I don't think they're rare, but they do command big prices, these figures. And it's a really nice figure. It's head and shoulders above a lot of the other stuff LJN did. Let me pop them back together and we'll have a look at them next to the box. So all in all, I think this is a great figure. I mean, some of the figures from the 80s were not that good. They would sort of do different scales, things like that, and make them too muscly. But this figure I think is superb. Well worth, if you see one, well worth grabbing. Like I say, you don't see them loose that often, but you do see them boxed quite a bit. I'm glad I picked this one up. I think I paid about 20 quid for this back in the late 80s. No one wanted this stuff. Honestly, you couldn't give away V merchandise at that point. I picked up the V gun as well. They did a toy gun. It was actually released, I think, as Brave Star or something like that, because the TV show had ended by the time they'd got the finished article out. But it's really nice. But yeah, it's a great figure, well worth getting, and I'm so glad they did it. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more old style figures. If there's anything that you would like to see reviewed, if I've got it, I'll certainly give it a crack. But thanks again. Okay, thanks then. Bye.